So moving on from that, I guess I saw you got some flack on like TikTok the other day for like calling, what was it, Chihayafuru, like a niche anime.
Yeah, sure. Which do you disagree?
I don't disagree.
I agree.
I was asked. No,
wait.
Sorry, I agree that it is a niche anime.
Yeah.
So I was wondering why you were getting flack for it.
That Chihayafuru is a niche anime.
Have you heard of it, Connor?
The one with the
Karuta
yeah,
one.
the matching the card.
Yeah, the matching the cards thing.
I'd say it's on borderline. Like I know what it is, but I mean, like I don't know many people.
Well, because like
it.
Karuta is like a subculture where if you're really not into like
I'd say it's niche.
Japanese subculture, then it's hard to grasp.
I'd say it's niche.
Yeah, it's pretty
So
niche.
the reason, well, it was just a very simple video where they're like, "How do you prove that you're the real prozd?" And I was like, "Well, I have a custom-made figure from the niche anime Chihayafuru," which I specifically, when I was making it, I was like, at first I was gonna say, I was like, should I say obscure? I was like, no, if I say obscure, people are gonna be like, and I was like, okay, I'll say niche, because niche is different than obscure.
Yeah.
Niche just means like, oh, it's more geared towards like a specific subset.
Yeah.
Niche can have a little more of a positive connotation.
Obscure means not well known, like hidden, you know, like not well known.
Yeah.
Niche is like, oh, it's more like this audience than you know.
Yeah, it's definitely niche.
It's niche.
Whether it's obscure, I mean, I might even call it obscure nowadays, because you look at like how popular anime is nowadays, and like 90% of anime fans, I think, do not know Chihayafuru.
I would say it's obscure for Western audiences.
Oh yeah,
Definitely.
yeah.
You know, in Japan
definitely.
it does really well.
Yeah.
But
exactly.
like, yeah, you ask your average anime fan, which is again which I'm
you're basing
judging
it
it.
off, right?
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
Yeah.
If I ask like anime Twitter,
Yeah.
you know what Chihayafuru is. At least you've heard of it, right? But if I ask like, you know, I in a future later TikTok, I was like, yeah, I've been to guests at cons, and I'll do a Q&A. It's filled like hundreds of people. I'll be like, anyone here watch Chihayafuru? One guy.
Yeah,
exactly, right, exactly.
Or anyone know what it is? Like 5 people, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of people who are like, especially like anime fans, or like have been anime fans for a very, very long time, they forget how widespread it's become now, and how some popular animes back in the day are just like not well known now at all. Like it's weird to think that even like, you know, something like Gurren Lagann is how many years old now? And
About like 15 years
it's
old.
like 15 years old, and that's like I would even say to like the modern anime fan, like that seems like a niche anime now to like a lot of new anime fans.
I remember, you just reminded me, there was this moment where I was like going on about like a bunch of shows on my Twitch,
Yeah,
and then I started a poll. Oh, we were talking about Haruhi.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I started a poll saying, because I saw a couple of people being like, I've never heard of it, and so I was like, okay, mods, start a poll. Who has seen Haruhi?
Yeah.
And it was legit 50-50.
Wow.
And I'm like, and it just like put into perspective, like, oh yeah, like there's been a lot of shows since Haruhi.
yeah.
Even though like for, you know, our generation, Haruhi was like inescapable. Back then.
It was like the high
the
school
show. Yeah.
I didn't really like Haruhi that much.
Did you watch all of it?
You're gonna be like, yeah, of course. I stopped watching during the fucking Endless 8.
Oh, right,
of course.
So, what anime have you been watching lately? Oh yeah, I'm watching a show called Chihayafuru. Yeah. So it's about these high schoolers, and they play this game called Karuta. It's a Japanese card game. So let me explain Karuta. It's a game with these playing cards, and they have poems on them. Well, they're actually 100 poems. They're based on this thing called the Ogura Hyakunin Ishu. It's an anthology of Japanese poems by 100 poets. And you okay there?